Hello, and welcome to the 2023 Latinx Kidlit Book Festival. I am Rachel Más Davidson. Please read our anti-harassment policy in the chat box. And don't forget to subscribe to the Latinx Kidlit Book Festival's YouTube channel. If you're a school, classroom, librarian, or educator joining us, our school visit fund is back, and you can enter to win a virtual visit from a Latinx author or illustrator for your classroom or library. You can find the link to the entry form in the chat. So let's get started. I'm about to give each panelist a chance to introduce themselves and tell us a little bit about their beautiful books. But while each artist is doing that, the rest of us will be drawing. So I will come up with the first suggestion, but please send us your ideas and the things that you'd like to see us draw in the chat box, and we'll get to as many suggestions as we can. So I'll draw as much as possible, but I'm not sure how much I'll be able to keep up while moderating, but I'm going to try. So for our first suggestion, everybody is going to draw an animal, real or made up, that is either inside their home or with their home. So like to go along with the whole theme of everything. So an animal, real or made up, that is in or by their home. So does that make sense? Okay, cool. All right, so you guys can go ahead and get started on that. And then while we're working on that, I'll give each of our panelists a chance to introduce themselves and tell us a little bit about their books. So yeah, so Sendy, would you like to start us off?
Yes, hi, my name is Sendy Santamaria. My pronouns are she, her, and my book is called Yenebi's Drive to School. And I'm really excited because it was also released in Spanish as El Viaje de Yenebi a la Escuela. And this book is actually inspired by my personal experience as a transborder student, making a daily commute between the US-Mexico border to attend school. So we were living in Tijuana, Baja California, and crossing every day to San Diego so that my sister and I could go to school. Yeah, so this is what the book is about, and it just follows their journey to school. Yeah, thank you so much.
Awesome, yeah. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a really beautiful book.
Thank you.
Robert, you want to go next?
Sure. Hi, everybody. My name is Robert Liu-Trujillo, author illustrator from Oakland, California, and my book is titled Fresh Juice in English, and then the Spanish version is Jugo Fresco. And this is a story about a father and son. The father wakes up not feeling very well, and the son suggests that they make some juice from fruits and vegetables. And so they go to the farmer's market looking for one specific ingredient, can't find it, and then throughout the story, the community kind of helps them get to that ingredient. So yeah, that's my story. Thank you, Rachel.
Yeah, of course. It's a super sweet book. Very much enjoyed it. All right, Elisa, do you want to go next?
Hi, everyone. My name is Elisa Chavarri, and I'm originally from Peru, but I live in northern Michigan, in Alpena, Michigan. And this year, I was actually lucky enough to have 3 Latin books out. This one is Esperanza Caramelo, A Crown for Corina, and Abuela Super Capa. And they're all very sweet stories. I didn't write them, but I really felt a connection to them. These 2 are about a relationship with a grandparent, with a grandmother. So with having my kids near both their sets of grandparents, I get to see the love in that connection. So I really connected to both these stories. They're both very special books. I'll talk a little bit more about this one, though, because this one's the one that just came out, Esperanza Caramelo. And it's about Noche Buena and all the magic you feel during that night. It's about a little forgotten character that comes to life. She's a sugar spun character. And this story is by Carla Arenas Valenti. And it's such a beautiful story because it's also more about just having an open heart and the magic that can happen when you all come together and work together for a cause. So it's a really pretty story.
Awesome.
And I was glad I got to work on it.
Yeah. Your work is so, so, so beautiful. I've been a fan for a long time.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. My book is I Love You Mucho Mucho. Oh, there we go. The main character, Rosie, is so excited to go see her abuela and tell her everything that's been going on because it's been a while. But abuela doesn't speak English and Rosie doesn't speak Spanish. And so they quickly learn while spending the day together that you can communicate in other ways with few words, with very few words that they do know. It's based on my own experience with my grandmother, who's from Cuba, and she speaks mostly Spanish, and I speak very little Spanish. So this story just speaks to the power to communicate outside of spoken language. Yeah. So awesome. Thank you, guys. So let's see. All right, first question. What does the word home mean to you? All right, what does the word home mean to you? All right, let's see. Sendy, you want to go first?
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I guess the word home means, well, to me, it's like where my family is. And then also just like where my heart feels content. I know that sounds cheesy, but that's how I feel about the word. Like, just where like my heart feels full and I feel welcomed.
Yeah.
That's kind of what feels like home to me.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. Elisa?
I
Elisa,
agree
did you
with,
want to?
yeah,
Sorry.
sure, sorry. I agree with Sendy too. The first home I used to think, since I was born in Peru, whenever I went back for a visit, you would smell the ocean and the pollution, and that would bring me home. It was just like this. I thought like that was home, a place, but really those things just reminded me of the love I felt in that place, which was my people, right? My family, my cousins, my grandparents. So that's
Yeah.
home, your people.
Yeah.
That's what it is to me.
Yeah, that's good. Awesome. Robert?
Yeah, same. Wherever family and friends are. I'm from the Bay Area, so no matter where I go, the Bay is home. Where I leave and come back, that's home for me.
Awesome. Okay, cool. I'd say home is a safe place, a place where you can go where people know you and love you and they just are rooting for you and want the best for you. So yeah, that's awesome. Your drawings look so good. So, so, so good. I love it. And I want to encourage anybody who's watching, make sure you're sending in the suggestions for things that we can draw because we would love to draw whatever it is that you'd like to see us draw. All right, let's see. Let's go to the next question. Okay, so these books all feel deeply personal. What were the joys and the challenges of bringing these stories to life, or bringing, if you were the illustrator, bringing someone else's story to life? And Robert, you want to go first on that one?
Sure. So joys and challenges. So the challenge is that I wrote this story and made a pitch for it probably a decade ago, and it didn't get picked up at the time, and I just needed to work on both my writing and my illustration, basically understanding the craft better. And so I've been doing that for a while. I illustrated a bunch of books for other people, and then came back to the story and was really excited to get it bought and then published. The joy I think is it's still happening. I think there's a joy when your book gets out there and it starts to reach people and it's yours, but it's no longer yours. Like other people interpret it, they put their life story on it, or maybe they
Yeah.
will have a memory related to it. So I think it's the joy is when especially young people and families kind of relate to the story or enjoy it or just like to read it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so good. Yeah, that's really true about sending your book out into the world and it becoming everybody's. It's really good. All right, Cindy, did you want to answer that question?
Yes. Thank you. I would say that the one of the joys and challenges has been, yeah, like I agree, like when the story is out there for people to interpret it, just because it's like such a personal story. So I feel like putting a personal story out there and you're not sure how it's going to be received, that's a little like nerve wracking. But it's also exciting. So it's just like mixed feelings about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's very true. Yeah. Putting my story out into the world has been like, oh gosh, I don't think I really fully realized how nerve-wracking it would be to put like my personal story out into the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. Elisa?
So I'm just the illustrator. I commend you guys on writing because I've tried to do that and it's so hard. It is so personal. So yeah, congratulations. I hope to be able to write something one day. From the perspective of an illustrator, I think it is a bit of a responsibility to make sure that you're doing something that honors the author's work. Like it really is important to me that the author feels like the illustrations are right for their story. So that's something I hope for. I think the joy is in, as hard as it can be, is in creating something from nothing, like creating a world that is inspired by the words. And so all parts of the process have their challenges and their joys. Like it's always challenging, but then like so rewarding when finally it might feel right at a certain point. And then, yeah, like Rob said, to see people's reactions to it, how they can relate to it once it's out in the world, that's also a joy because they'll notice things that you didn't even realize were going to have an impact. And that's always a beautiful feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah. I love it. Okay, cool. Awesome. And does everybody want to go ahead and show us what you're drawing? Everything looks so good. You guys are so good at this. Awesome. Sendy, you want to tell us about yours?
Okay, yeah. So I live with chickens right now. Like I'm living at my partner's mom's home, and she has two chickens and like a pigeon, and it's kind of like a lot of animals. But the chickens like bark like dogs, which is really strange. So I just wanted to like show that. And they're very aggressive.
That's awesome.
So
Oh,
they have personalities. Yeah, they have really funny personalities.
Nice. You have aggressive dog chickens. That's great. I love it. It's such a good drawing. All right. Elisa, did you want to go next?
Sure. These are actually my pets, but I really enjoyed your story, Sandy, and your illustration is awesome. But so this is my dog, Sunny. He's a Vizsla, and he's being very good right now and very quiet. And this is my cat, Tibbs, who lives with my mom. But those are our pets, our family pets. So that's who I drew.
That's awesome. That's perfect. I have a dog named Sunny as well. She is my
Aw.
absolute favorite.
Aw.
That's great. I love it. All right, Robert.
I started off trying to draw a polar bear and then realized I didn't know the polar bear anatomy that well. So then I made a made up animal, eating a paleta and dreaming of strawberries.
Perfect. I love it. All right, I drew a cat. We'll call her Tabby. So she lives outside. We have so many cats outside of our house. So many cats. So, it felt right to draw a cat that lives at my house. So all right, awesome. So let's go ahead and draw something else. Y'all's drawings look so good. Let's draw, it says a sweet monster or alien, maybe for Halloween. Maybe they're sweet, maybe they're not quite as scary. So yeah, whatever sounds good for you, go for it. Awesome. And then while you guys are working on that, the question is, why are art and storytelling important to you? So why are art and storytelling important to you? Alyssa, do you want to start us on this one?
Sure. It's been a big part of my life ever since I was little. But I think as like the human species, we all are connected by stories. We all can relate to stories. When I was young, I lived at my grandfather's house, and he would tell me stories. He would make up stories for me, so that always got my imagination going. So it's been a way for me to kind of relate to the world and be inspired by art and stories. I like them so much. I wanted to make it my career, right? I started out in animation, so either in film or just to be inspired by the messages you can convey and that the connection that can bring with other people.
Yeah, that's really good. Robert?
I'm sorry, what was the question again?
Why are art and storytelling important to you?
Oh, well, I think there's at a base level, there's just that joy from being captivated or brought in by a story that just makes you happy or makes you anxious if you enjoy feeling anxious, or it makes you scared if you like the feeling of being scared. And I think at a more like, putting my teacher hat on, at a more representational level, like if a story or a drawing can kind of reflect where you're from, or who you grew up with, or someone in your family, it can be really exciting to, to joke with that person and be like, hey, that looks just like you, or hey, that's just like my brother or my sister. And I think that is there's something really awesome about that, being able to see yourself in the story and relate to it automatically. And conversely, to see someone else's life and be like, wow, I don't know that person, I'm not like them, but I really identify with them. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's awesome. Thank you. Sendy?
I would say that storytelling is important to me because it's, yeah, I guess like that's how my family like communicates, like through telling. Yeah, like I guess similar to Elisa, like telling us stories is like how I first learned about narratives and how to like um shape a story. And then I would also just be intrigued by their stories. So I feel like my family, I come from a family of storytellers, and they like just, yeah, that's just like their main form of like communication. So I just think it's important to um show like a wide range of stories, yeah, and just have that represented in like books too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, so I love picture books my entire life. The art of, I don't know, story and using pictures to help, that makes my heart super happy. I just really loved picture books when I was a kid, honestly. And I just kind of decided at one point, someday that's a job that I'm going to do. So yeah, I was a really visual kid, and getting the opportunity to create something that kids like me can enjoy is just really important to me. Yeah. Y'all are doing such a good job. So we'll go ahead and we'll do another question. Let's see. Okay. What role did art and storytelling play in your childhood? So what role did art and storytelling play in your childhood? And Elisa, you want to start on that one?
So yeah, it's a little bit like I mentioned earlier. I grew up in my grandfather's house, and he would make up stories for me, and that was just such a special time. It was one-on-one time with him, having me tell the stories. And my uncle actually lived in the house as well, and he was an artist, so he would sometimes illustrate them, or I'd get to see that sort of art in my life just from a very early age. And just watching cartoons with them too, always a big deal. That's how I got inspired to try to be an animator at first. But yeah, I'm very lucky to live with my all my family. There's a lot of creatives in my family. My mom is an artist on the side. Always has been into doing creative things, and on both sides of the family, there have been artists, be they in different forms, be it writers or musicians, or painters. But I've always had that as a part of my life, and always been inspired and drawn to it.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I've had some of that as well. Yeah, awesome. All right, Robert, do you want to go next?
I'm so sorry. I'm like getting into the drawing and not paying attention to the question.
No,
It
no, you're
was,
fine. It's really hard to do both. I totally get it.
can you say it one more time?
I just said it's super hard to draw and like think to answer a question at the same time. I totally get it.
No, but you said like the role of
The
storytelling, like growing
question.
up. Yeah.
Yes. What role did art and storytelling play in your childhood?
For me, I love movies. I always watched lots of movies. My parents really love movies, and I think as a parent, I try to have movie night with my kids as well. And I think movies were probably the main thing. And then also music too. I feel like in hip hop there's a lot of really good MCs who can tell the story through their rhymes or their poetry. And so both film and music has played a big role in my life as far as just getting me into a story.
Okay, awesome. That's great. Sendy.
What role has storytelling played in my life? So I guess again back to like my family, they would like tell me a lot of their stories from their childhood and when they would like pass down just like stories from generations. So I think it's important to carry on that history and do the same with like my art, like tell my stories too, and just like keep on passing down stories. I feel like is really important, and so that my family has inspired me to do that, and that's definitely played a big role in my life. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, that's great. Mainly, I think for me, picture books, and I just remember studying them so much when I was a child. Like it's just, I had this set of books, and I just remember studying those pictures all the time and just wanting so badly to be able to do that. So yeah, that's awesome. Thank you guys. Let's see. I think we're okay. Let's go ahead and talk about our pictures. These are amazing. I mean, so amazing. Robert, tell me what you got there.
I don't know. I'm just trying to draw an alien with three eyes that's meditating. Yeah.
I love it. It's great. It looks so good. All right, Cindy, what do you got there?
I guess I don't know either. Like a little alien. I feel like aliens are sweet. I don't know. That's just like me hoping that they're sweet. So
I
I'm
hope
like
so
a little
too.
sweet alien, yeah. And then a little like alien dog that looks like my dog. Like
I love it.
alien, not dog, like alien dog thing. Yeah.
That looks great. Awesome.
Thanks.
Elisa.
I think it's funny we all drew like really cute little alien monster things. But yeah, that's all I did. It's like a happy alien.
And he's so happy. I love it. Looks great. You guys are so talented. I just, a fancy
Oh,
monster. I
yeah.
mean, she just got her lashes done, so she's ready. All right, awesome. So our next drawing is from D. Martinez. Draw your favorite item in your home and tell us why.
Hmm.
Yeah. And guys, keep sending us suggestions. These are good. So keep sending us more things to draw. Yeah, so favorite item in your home and tell us why. All right, awesome. So while we're doing that, the question is, if you were to give advice to your younger self about being a creative, what would you say? So think of your little self and what advice would you give to your little self? And Elisa, let's start with you this time.
So I think the advice I would give is this isn't something that necessarily happened to me, but I've seen in a lot in kids. They start with art when they're really little and they love it and they're so excited about every single thing they do. And then it gets to like a tipping point at a certain age where they just become overly critical about everything they do and sometimes that kills their passion and they just stop altogether. So I mean, I'm sure I've definitely had many moments where I think my work is not very good at all. So I would just say to trust the process, to trust that that's what it is. It does take effort to get better, and to always try to remember the joy in it, and that will be conveyed in your final product. To enjoy it and trust that the difficulty is just part of the process.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's really good. All right, Robert, you want to go next?
Yeah, I think, going along with what Elisa said, to really just go towards what makes you happy, or maybe that's sculpting or drawing or dancing or singing, but to go to the thing that really lights you up and not worry about whether it's going to be a job or whether other people are going to make fun of you, or other people won't understand or they won't get it. I think just by being yourself and kind of standing in your light and really enjoying what you do, you give you have fun yourself, but you also give permission to other kids to be like, oh, I can do that too. I can like my, weird thing or odd thing or nerdy thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Cindy?
Yeah, I guess similar to that, like yeah, to just like try different mediums, try different things, and like don't aim for perfection. Just like continue drawing and like yeah, don't be so focused on like your art style or anything like that. Just like whatever comes naturally to you and just like releasing your feelings onto a piece of paper or however you're feeling is like most important.
Yeah. Yeah. That's really good advice, guys. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'd say everything you guys just said is so good, and just go for it. Don't hold back and go to art school. If you want to go to art school, go to art school. That's what I would say. Awesome. Let's see. And so, did everybody get to answer that question? Elisa, did you get to answer it? Everybody answered? Okay. Okay. So let's go to the next question. When your inner critic shows up, how do you move forward? So when that mean old inner critic shows up, how do you move forward? And Sendy, we'll start with you.
Thank you.
Mhm.
So when my inner critic shows up, I'm just like, go away, you know? I'm just kidding. Yeah, I guess like I just try to take a step back from whatever I'm working on and maybe like go for a walk or do something because I'm like when that shows up, it's because I'm feeling some type of way, you know, or something's going on that's like affecting like how I'm feeling. So yeah, I just try to step back and like put less pressure on like myself and try to be easy on myself and like calm, like relax. So yeah, that's what I would do.
Awesome. No, that's good. Yeah, that was part of my answer is like go walk around Target or something. Get away from my art for a little bit. Yeah. All right. Robert, you want to go next?
Yeah, I think sometimes when my inner critic shows up, I get sad. But if on a good day, I will go and do something else. I'm a visual artist. I like doing that. But when I was younger, I also liked to DJ as well. And so if I had records to play or if I had a turntable, I would go practice doing that. And I
Yeah.
think hanging out with friends is really underrated. Like going out and hanging out with friends is a great way to silence that inner critic or
Yeah.
just get rid of them.
Yeah. No, that's super good. I think switching the creative thing that you're doing something else you enjoy that's creative can sometimes be really helpful with the other creative thing that you do, such as switching to music. Yeah, that's really good. All right, Elisa.
Yeah, I 100% agree with everything everyone said so far. I think about you sometimes just need to step away from the project you're working on and refill the well. And also, definitely, I think it's very important to have to socialize, and especially with creative people, if you are creative, your friends really will help you in that way. Your creative friends, so they're invaluable. But I think
Yeah.
working in the arts, they really can be, especially if you're feeling down on your work.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's really good advice from you guys. Thank you so much. And let's go ahead and look at our pictures. What is your favorite item in your house? Cindy, you want to go first?
Yes, thank you. So I
Uh-huh.
would say my favorite items are my candles. And I have like I just collect candles and then also like I have a little my friends just gave me this little like incense um plate that has a little hamster on it. I guess you can't see it, it's so small, but so I guess that's my favorite like item. I mean the candles, if I had to pick between the two, I would say candles just because I like essential oils and like smells and it
Uh-huh.
helps relax me. So yeah, that'd be mine.
No, that's good. Yeah, smell is like so important. I love candles. Yeah, anthropology has my favorite. Awesome. Elisa. Aw.
I kind of cheated and drew my kids here. They're gonna be really mad when I tell them I called them items, but yeah, they're my favorite in my house and my kids, Lucia and Marcel.
Perfect. I love it. And then Robert.
I couldn't think of anything, so I just drew a chair, but like try to make it like a special, I don't know, spaceship chair with teeth.
Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. I love it. That's great. I cheated as well. I drew Sunny. So, I mean, she's a Shiba Inu. She's a little curly tail. Anyway, so she'll be mad also when I said that she was an item. So, yeah.
Super cute.
Thank you. You guys did great. Thank you. Okay, Erica wants us to draw our favorite food that we eat at home. So, what is your favorite food that you eat at home? My favorite food is food that wasn't made at home because it means I didn't make it. But if I have to draw what I eat at home, then I will. So while you guys are drawing your favorite food, we will answer this question. What are you learning about your craft that feels meaningful to you? So what are you learning about your craft that feels meaningful to you? Cindy, you want to start us off?
Yes, thank you. What I'm learning about my craft is that, like, I guess again with like putting pressure on yourself, like sometimes I'm trying to like put too much on my plate and I feel like I'm not doing enough. Like, oh, I'm not like posting enough, I'm not like painting enough, I'm not doing this enough. Yeah, I think it's important to just try to take that pressure off, and it's okay if you don't like get something done like that day you thought you were going to get it done, like, and it's okay to not make art every day, because you need to make time to like fill your creative bucket, I guess, before you actually go in and do whatever art you want to work on.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good. Elisa?
I think those are wise words that Sendy just said, and I need to learn that still, because that's, I think, where most of my pressure comes from. What was the question again? I'm sorry.
No, I already forgot to. No worries, I asked it. What are you learning about your craft that feels meaningful to you?
Okay. I think the other thing I'm learning is that it's not yours. Like once you put your art out there, it is kind of for the interpretation of others, and just to be open to that and not fear that either. Just to just see what flows, and you don't know who's going to relate to what.
Yeah.
Just try to be true to what is meaningful to you.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, Robert.
I think for me, I started off as an illustrator only, just doing the drawings, and I've been learning a lot more about the writing aspect, and that for me is coming from reading a lot of books and also just trying to understand structure-wise and story-wise, like what's really fun for my daughter to read when she's in bed, and like what makes me be like, oh yeah, let's read that book again because that was really good, versus those that are laborious to read or make me, roll my eyes. So I'm trying to learn better the writing aspect with the art, and like how to make a really good story that, for at first glance, like it's just a fun story to read, and then come with like, I don't know, an idea or a moral or a lesson or something like that.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Reading, things that your kiddos would like. My husband's also an author, and so we will have our daughter read things a lot and tell us, is this good? So yeah, that's really good. Yeah, I think I drew the same thing as you, Robert. Ice cream.
Is it ice cream? Yeah.
Yeah, ice cream at home I didn't have to make that. I just bought it, so it's great. All right, awesome. So everybody got that question, right? Yes. All right, next question. How do you handle rejection and criticism as an illustrator? And let's start with Elisa. You can start that one.
I'm okay with rejection, really, because I think if we are all being uniquely ourselves, it's not going to be for everyone. So I just kind of see it that way. If there's ever, if I don't get the job or not likes on a post or whatnot, I don't really let that affect me so much. And as far as criticism, I think it depends on who it's coming from, but I always try to have an open mind. Like if it's the people you're working with, say on the book, then I have a very open mind because we all have the same goal in mind to make it the best book possible. So I really, just see it that way now. And especially from my creative friends, if I show them something, like I know they have the best in mind for me, that I know that if they give me a criticism, it's just because they want to help me make the work better. So I just try to always look at things that way. If there's some comments in the comment section on a book, then sometimes that's just funny. But so it depends on who it's coming from.
Yeah, that's good. Having creative friends who understand what you do is super, super, super helpful. Yeah. For me, I cry to my husband, and then I decide if the criticism is something I can grow from, or is this something I need to just move past. So, all right. Let's go ahead and see what you guys got there. Your favorite thing to eat at home, Sendy. That looks good.
Thank you. I kind of cheated a little bit because I don't cook like at all. But I live really close to Costco now, which is dangerous. And they have like the hot dog soda combo for like $3. So I've been eating that too much at home. Yeah,
we do that. I'll be like, who wants to go to Costco? I need groceries. And it's really so everybody eats a hot dog for dinner. So
yeah,
it's really good. All right, Robert.
Yeah, ice cream. It's really hard to draw ice cream, I'm realizing. I was gonna put hearts next to it, and it looks more just like flies now. So anyway,
no,
ice cream.
They're hearts. That's perfect. I love it. Yeah, I did ice cream, but this is, you can't tell, but this is that hard shell that you can like pour on it, and it's like hard chocolate. So yeah, you can't tell that. But all right, Elisa.
It varies for me, but a favorite is fondue, which I'm not very good at drawing a fondue pot.
No, that's perfect.
So that's what we're making tonight, and I love it because it's a crowd pleaser. Like my kids all love dunking whatever vegetables and stuff, and then everyone likes it. So
yeah, that makes sense.
It's a fun meal.
That's fun. Yeah, we're coming to your house tonight to have fondue. All right, perfect. All right, let's see. Okay, so I really like this suggestion. Isabel asks, she says, "Hi, I'm from Kalamazoo. Draw a character you would want to see in your next book." Yeah, so a character you'd want to see in your next book. Any old character. And then while you guys are doing that, why are art and or creative writing important for students to explore in school? So why are art and creative writing important for students? Yeah. All right. Awesome. And so let's see, Sendy, do you want to answer that one for us?
Of course, yeah. So I think those are important to learn in school because it's important to learn how to express yourself, like through a creative outlet from early on, just so that, I mean, it doesn't have to turn into like anything in particular, but just like getting it out of your mind is important. Yeah, just for like your well-being.
Yeah, that's good. It's really good. Robert?
I think the creative side, I agree with what Sendy just said. Like, it's important to be able to express yourself, and I feel like so many adults are really angry because they don't have the ability to express themselves, or they've forgotten. And I think like practically learning how to write and read is really important. So I mean, let's say someone hands you 2 different bags of cookies, and they both have ingredients on them. One is like all really good stuff that's good for you, and the other one has a bunch of chemicals that are bad for you. So having the ability to read is like, being able to tell what's the good stuff for your body and what's not.
Yeah, that's good. Lisa?
I think it's really important because it can help you relate to other people and also help you feel seen. So like, especially with different characters or music, or it can be different things. But I think, yeah, the arts kind of show us ourselves and show us other people. And
Yes, definitely.
So it helps you feel not alone, and it helps you feel together at the same time.
Yeah, that's so good. Yes. Yeah, you guys got my answer there. I was an art teacher for years, and that just definitely seeing the benefit of the arts in a classroom and for different children. Yeah, so that's good. Yeah, thank you guys. Okay, we'll go for another question. Doesn't look like everybody's finished with that yet. Did everybody answer that question? They did, right? Okay. Tell us about someone who encouraged you as an artist growing up. Yeah, so someone who encouraged you as an artist when you were growing up. I'll go first on this one to give you guys a second to think about it. So yeah, I had a couple of really good teachers growing up that were just encouraging, teachers who created projects that allowed me to be creative. I had a really good high school art teacher who encouraged me, even though I was such a slacker. She definitely encouraged me to keep going with my art. So yeah. Cindy, you gonna go first on that one?
Yeah, I would say same. Like, pretty much like all the educators I've had in my life have been really encouraging to, honestly, for all the students to just pursue like their dreams. And I had a few art teachers, and my principal at my high school, his name is Robert Cole. Um, yeah, he was like a big factor in like me going to college and pursuing art as a career. And he was just like, oh, you can do like anything you want to do. So I feel like it's important for educators to, educators just play a big role in like in somebody's life. So yeah.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, that's good. That mouse is so cute. It's making my heart cry. That's so cute. Okay. Robert, can you go next?
Sure. When I was a kid, there was a neighbor of mine who was a really good friend of my mom's. She knew his wife, and he was an actual freelance illustrator, and he did work for ad agencies and all types of stuff like that. And he had a beautiful studio, and he did a lot of work on the computer, but most of it was by hand, so traditional media and airbrush. And I just remember being amazed by the fact that he could make things look shiny, and I didn't understand how he could do that. So I would always ask him, how do you do that? And he would explain it, and then he'd explain it again. But his name was John Chewy, and he's an artist that's still working to this day in the Bay Area. But he was an incredible illustrator and artist, and I just remember being really inspired as a kid seeing his work.
That's awesome. Elisa? Oh my gosh, she's so cute.
Thank you. I was really lucky because I had my mom's full support at home with the arts. As soon as she knew I was into the arts, she would put me in art classes all the time, or just let me draw as much as I wanted, or see all the animated movies. But yeah, I've been lucky just to always to have her support and the support of the rest of my creative family. So
Awesome.
yeah, my mom.
Awesome. That's great. All right, let's see. Are we at a stopping point with our drawings? Can we do that? Oh my gosh, Cindy, that mouse is so cute. Okay, tell me about your mouse.
Okay, so I really like in picture books, and I want to do this like whatever book I work on next, where there's like a character in the background that is just kind of like living its own life, doing its own thing.
Yeah.
So I really want to include a mouse like in the background, just like on every spread. That's kind of like an I Spy type of thing. So yeah, but I don't
Yes, I
know
love that.
what their name is, but yeah.
Mr. Mouseskins, he's so cute. Yes, there's a cat in I Love You Mucho Mucho. You got to find her. She's in there. But yes, I love like characters that like, why are they there? But they're perfect. Yes. All right, Lisa, you tell us about yours.
This is a little butterfly character from a book that I'm trying to write. So I would love if she ever appeared in a book, and it's inspired by one of the stories my grandfather would tell me as a kid growing up.
That's awesome. I want to read that book. That looks so good. She's so cute. All right, Robert.
Mine, I wanted to draw a girl who's kind of a maker or builder, and so she's given a little bit of attitude, has like a big afro, and has something on her sweater that has like a wrench. I've done a lot of stories with boys, and so I want to do some more with girls.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. She's very, very cute. I like her sassy face so much. All right, mine's just a dumb bird in a hat. I mean, I always want to do birds. Like, yeah, just the dumber looking the bird, the better. So, yeah.
That's
Um,
really cute.
Nice
thank
bird.
you. Thank you. Awesome. All right, let's see. What time? Okay, new drawing. This drawing comes to us from Joanne. And what is your favorite thing to draw when you are feeling happy? So, what's your favorite thing to draw when you are feeling happy? While you guys are working on that, the question is, why is art meaningful to you? Put another way, how would your life be different without art? So, why is art meaningful to you is the main question, or how would your life be different without it? Awesome. Okay. Elisa, do you want to get us started on that?
I think my life would be really sad without art. I think
Mm-hmm.
art is our entertainment in a lot of ways, TV, movies, music, literature. So I don't think there could ever be a life without art, because even just being out in nature, you're appreciating the beauty of that. And yeah, I really can't imagine, I guess, a life without art. If you're still outside and doing things, I guess that would be my life without art, just being in nature and doing something physical like that. But
Yeah.
apart from that, I can't imagine really life without an appreciation of the art.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
I'm
good.
terrible at answering these questions.
No, you're not. You're doing an awesome job. So good. Yes, I think that's great. I feel the same way. Like, what would I do if I didn't do art all the time? I have no idea. So, yeah, being outside that's a great answer. All right, Cindy, do you want to go next?
Yes. I would say same. Like I can't really imagine not being an artist. Like yeah, I was a really quiet child. I mean, I'm still a quiet adult. Like I'm very introverted, so
Mhm.
I can't even imagine like not having a way to like express myself when like I guess talking isn't my main form of like expressing myself. So yeah,
Mhm.
same.
That's awesome. All right, Robert.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine not having art in my life at all. It's just everywhere. It's like the air I breathe, the sounds, the sights, the smells. Like it's all of it is art to me. So when if someone asked me what was your inspiration, for example, which I think we all get asked that question. It's everywhere. It's everything. There are specific things, but it's like if I'm paying attention, it's all around me. So yeah, I don't think I could. If I didn't have art, I'd be a very sad person.
Yeah, same. That's good. Cindy?
I already answered the question.
Did
Sorry.
you?
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
Okay, awesome. Everybody answered that question then? I have lots and lots of comments. All right, let's see. So I'll answer the question. And I mean, you guys already answered the question for me in a lot of ways. I honestly have no clue who I'd be without art. It's been such a huge part of who I am for my whole life, even since I was really, really little. So yeah, I encourage anyone who has a strong love for art to pursue it. All right, next question. What is the most challenging part of being an illustrator? Yes. So, what is to you the most challenging part of being an illustrator? Okay. And Cindy, you want to get us started on that one?
Yes. So I would say that the most challenging part, at least for me, of being an illustrator is feeling like I have to like always be producing work, and feeling like I always have to like I'm never doing enough work. So that would be the most challenging part. Yeah.
Yeah, that's super challenging. I hear you on that one. Yeah, that's good. Elisa?
Yeah, it's sort of that same thing as well, like feeling like you always have to be producing something inspiring and beautiful, and that it all has to be great. Uh, so it's hard to get into that. When you get into that mode, then it's hard to play. And I think play is like one of the most important parts, going back to like that joy of it. So if you're just trying to do it to please others or to show that you're working, then it kind of, you self-sabotage in that way. So it's a challenge because you do want to please others. So so it can, that's a big challenge. And finding time is another just busy life kind of
especially
thing.
with kiddos at home and stuff. It's really good. Robert.
I think for me, one of the biggest challenges is the balance between when you're an artist working for other people and doing work that's for yourself, and a big part of that is like doing things that I relate to, things that I identify with, things that I love, things that I believe in, because it's sometimes easy to get swayed into doing work that you don't love and that you don't believe in, or that goes against your beliefs, simply to make a living because of the system and the world that we live in. So I think trying to balance that is always a bit challenging, but
It's good. So I would agree with Elisa on the most challenging part. It is really hard to make sure you find time for play, because that is the thing that keeps your style moving forward and helps you to grow, I feel like, in a lot of ways. So that's really good. Let's go ahead and look at these amazing pictures. These are so cute. Sendy, tell me what's going on there.
Yeah, so I guess when I'm my most happy, I like to draw the nature that's around me. And I really like drawing flowers and swirly lines. Yeah, that's what I really enjoy when I'm
awesome.
happy.
That's so cute. Robert.
I grew up as a kid doing graffiti and writing on walls and stuff, and if I'm feeling down and I'm not sure what to draw, I can usually draw letters, and that will loosen me up and get me feeling happy again. So mine just says feliz.
It looks good. It looks really good. Elisa.
I really always seem to gravitate towards drawing like girls and women, and mermaids are a particularly just fun thing to draw. I like drawing the tails and the shapes. So yeah, I like drawing mermaids.
Yeah, that makes sense. You're so good at it. It looks so good.
Thank you.
I typically, if I'm just drawing for fun, it's usually cat faces and rabbit faces over and over and over again. Or sometimes I like to draw the people sitting around me sometimes, but mostly I draw cats and rabbits all the time. So yeah. All right. So let's do one more drawing or one last question. Let me look over here and see what we've got comments wise. Okay, last one. Can you draw? This is from Bernie. Can you draw your dream home or a dream room? And we have only, or was I supposed to? We have 5 minutes left. So yeah, so quick. Draw your dream room or your dream house. So quick. Yeah. And while we're doing that, last question, share a final word to any students watching. So what is the final thing you'd like to say to kiddos out there watching us today? And thank you so much, guys, for watching us today. So Robert?
What I would say is go have fun drawing, and draw the things that you love to draw. And the more specific and weird or strange or unusual, the better. But have fun drawing and be you.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, Elisa.
Yeah, that's definitely what Rob said, to have fun and don't get disillusioned. Don't worry about it being good. Just to have so much fun. And thank you all for tuning in.
Yes, thank you. Awesome. Sendy.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. And I would say to just like follow your dreams, and don't be scared. Yeah, like you can literally do whatever you want to do. So yeah, just want to like encourage you all to do that and to keep on drawing.
Yeah, awesome. That's so good. All right. That was everybody, correct? All right. Show me let's see those dream houses. I did not give you very much time on that. It looks like the beach. Is that the beach out there, Elisa?
Yes, so it'd be a dream to live on
Perfect.
the ocean. And
I agree. Cindy?
I just put like a big beanbag chair, like a big cozy chair. Yeah, just coziness.
That's perfect. Yes, I agree. All right, Robert.
I was trying to draw like a literal house, but I love the beanbag. I was like, what is that? Yeah, just a regular Victorian boring house.
I love it. It's very cute. All right, you guys all did such a great job. Thank you so much. So much. And also thank you so much for attending the Treasures from Home panel at the Latinx Book Festival. We have enjoyed doing this so much, and just thank you. All right, you guys have a good day.
Thank you, Rachel.
Yeah.
thank you,
Thanks,
Rachel.
Rachel.
Nice to meet you all. And thank you,
Yeah,
Yeah,
everyone.
nice to
same.
meet you
Nice to
all.
meet you.
Yeah.